Hello. Object handling, program example number 3 in my list. Now in this one, we are going to look at how a method can take an object and can return that object. Okay. Now in order to return that object, I need to create one object in the method. Now this program uses a fraction. Now this fraction is not that comes in decimal fraction, double data type format. This is a fraction that we look at with an integer in the numerator and an integer in the denominator. Okay, so the name of the class has been given as CL fraction, and it has got two member data, one in numerator and one in denominator, and it has got a parameterized constructor this time. Now this parameterized constructor is going to put values in the member data, which is numerator and denominator, and it has got a print fraction method that is going to print the way a fraction is printed with the slash in between the numerator and denominator, and it has got the method which is going to perform the reduction in the fraction which goes to it as an argument. It has been named as F1. The fraction F1 to be reduced using the highest common factor. Now remember, when you are given a fraction, this is a childhood work done. When a fraction is given to you, how do you reduce it? You reduce it with the help of its highest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. Both of them are integers. Therefore, the presence of f and HCF is only to find out the highest common factor between the two numbers, the numerator and denominator. And there is a main which is doing to control. So it has to supply the parameter values when it is creating the object in it. Right. So here the object creation is going to take place inside main. And since we are using BlueJ, in BlueJ we are going to use the temporary object which will come on the project window. Right. Now that temporary object's use will be seen later. Right now let me switch over to the program. In order to show you the program, let me change the screen from here. Okay. Here comes the program screen. Now please take a look slowly. There is the class called CL fraction. It has got numerator and denominator, and it's a parameterized constructor which is assigning values to the variables numerator and denominator, and there is a method fn print fraction that is going to perform the printing in the form of a fraction, and here is the method fn reduce. Now in order to reduce a fraction which has got this, it itself has got two members inside it. Inside means f1 is enclosing two numbers, one is numerator, one is denominator. Therefore, those two numbers need to be used for finding the highest common factor, and that highest common factor has to be used for performing the reduction. So the highest common factor, this is just a design printing. The numerator is to be divided by the highest common factor, which becomes a new numerator, and the denominator. So if you please go back to that example, you will see that highest common factor, which is out of 35 and 49, what is the highest common factor? Please use your mathematical skills to find that out. I hope you will get a value which is 7, right? Now 7 5s are 35, 7 7s are 49. So that 7 is going to replace, that 7 is going to be used to replace the numerator by getting the quotient of it. So 35 by 7 gives us 5, right? So when I come back to the program, that numerator is reduced and that denominator is reduced using the highest common factor, and the result in this case is going to be not two numbers but one object, which is the fraction. So please look at it carefully. We are not going to look at two broken numbers. We are going to look at one enclosed unit. The unit is one fraction. So here the fraction is serving as a single entity which is enclosing two data inside it. So what will go back is not two broken numbers, but what will go back is one unit of fraction. This is the most the conceptual part of what is going back when an object is going back. So the object is a composite data type, and therefore the return type is not supposed to be integer, but is supposed to be the data type of the object, which is the CL name of the class, CL fraction. Okay, and here is this HCF. Now HCF is very happily working with two simple numbers which are sent to it. Now when the numerator comes, the sender is going to take care of how the numerator is to be accessed. But when the method is working, it is simply working with two integers, P and Q. And the logic of finding HCF, HCF means the highest common factor. So the loop runs from higher side to lower side. The moment a factor is found, there is a break and that factor is returned. Now if I look at the main, in the main I will see there is an object created. The name of the object is PH. And if you would want me to change the values, because they can be the values which I have used in this example, this was I was testing. So I had used the values this and this, right? So with this, if I now compile, and then if I want to show you the, I have to hit the compile key, yes. So if I now show you what is happening, now I'm not going to use the temporary object right now. So here I can use some other numbers if you don't mind. Let me use two other numbers like these two numbers I'm using, but I'm not going to apply the object this one which is available on the project window, because I'm going to call the main, and in main I'm going to activate the one which I have planned here, because that one is also possible. That one's use we are going to see little later. Now the output must have come with here is a small error that is coming to my eyes. This equal to before 49 is not meaningful. It should be removed. You can do that part yourself. The fraction is 35 by 49. The HCF of numerator 35 and denominator 49 is equal to 7. And fraction after reduction is 5 by 7. Now the fraction is the statement is coming from show fraction, if I remember, print fraction. This print fraction is having the statement the fraction is. Achha, here I guess one extra equality symbol has come. So this equality symbol I am removing for the correction right now. And here, therefore, you will get to see the highest common factors statement, HCF of this and that, and you will get to see what am I get to see right now? Let me show the program execution once again to you. And then I am going to show you the same program with what to do with the local object, what to do with the temporary object outside. Okay. Now this brings me to the compilation of it once again. And that brings me to the fraction execution once again. Here this outside object's values I will show you when I will explore that part of this explanation. So here comes the execution and here comes the main. Look at the main. What does the main show? Where is the output window? Here. See the output. This time the output is showing before reduction the fraction is 35 and 49. Before reduction is 35 by 49. Reduce, what is going as the object pH. As pH goes, it is activating fn reduce. Fn reduce is here, which is taking that 35 and 49 oriented object which is fit in one value, which is the object f1. So f1 dot numerator and f1 dot denominator are coming in. They are getting reduced and the reduced one is going back. That what is going back must be here. it is getting fetched back in itself. So pH is getting a new value by using itself and is getting printed once again. Okay.